Shalom Aleichem, this side. Now, yes. Yosef, I love you, man. Why doesn't he hear me? Oh my gosh. Oh, we have 2 sponsors today. Okay, could I go? Yeah, you let me know. We have actually 3, you're right. We have 3 sponsors.
I want to sponsor the page there. Sponsor me. Yeah, that's it. I'm out.
It's too bad. It's too bad. It's already taken. But I'll take the money. I'm taking the money. It's too bad. It's already bought by from official catering. You shkirk for the money. Whatever. Here, take.
I'll take it. I'm sponsoring.
You could. Anybody can sponsor it. Can we go? Mordechai, where are you on? Okay. L'zeicha nishmas.
Turn the page. Sponsoring.
Shkoyach. L'zeicher nishmas. First yard style. L'zeicher nishmas harav Eliyahu Shraget Tzvi ben Chaim Doiv. Zichron levracha. That's Dr. Levitan's father by his wife, sons, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and Be'ezer Hashem, right before Shir Malas today, we're going to have a beautiful rendition of Kaddish. First time we've ever done it. L'zeicha nishmasai. Second sponsor is from somebody I can't say his name, in the merit of Menachem Mendel ben Simcha. Everybody knows the name anyways. A refuah shlema for my Rebbe's brother, Yechiel Meir ben Bela. Is this another one? Another one. He wants 5 out of 5, but he's not going to say the name. What's this one? What? Which one is this? Oh, no, I don't see this. Didn't I just say that? I said it. Okay. Anything else? It's too late. Let's just a quick email because we've been very late today. This is from Jack Warman. Noam claims that he knows him. Eli, not Reb. I am now 70 years old. I live in Brooklyn, not far from where you used to live. I live on East 13th between N and O, and I live between L and M on East 13th. I lived there for go in between Far Rockaway, Borough Park for a night, and Eretz Yisrael. In Bnei Brak, I lived on East 13th for a few years. I lived there for 46 years. All my kids are married. One lives in Ramat Bet Shemesh. I've never attempted to do the daf before the cycle. Now I can say that thanks to you, I've not yet missed the daf since the beginning. All right, thank you. Jack Warman, Brooklyn, New York. We have somebody, I'm waiting for an email from him. He's 74 years old, never opened up a Gemara in his life, and started doing the daf with us. What? I got to cover the money. 50 shekel. What do you get for 50 shekel this year? It's his donation.
The margin between
thank you. Ben Lapidus, B'yom Lapidus. I think I went to yeshiva with the Lapidus, and I think it's his brother. I think this guy is from Lakewood. I'm not sure exactly. Whatever, he'll write me another one. L'chavod Rebbe Eli, thank you very much again for your shiurim. The way you give the shiur and interact with the olam is no wonder you'll get emails from people telling you how they finally enjoy learning Gemara. Finally enjoy learning Gemara. I try to catch one of the Zooms. It usually ends up in the morning one. I look inside while listening and miss the interaction with the olam as they send messages throughout the shiur. Is that what happens on Zoom? Messages throughout the shiur. But here and there, I see a good ha'ara on the shiur come across my screen. I also try to listen on Torah anytime while driving to and from work. Between those 2 times, it makes the Gemara very geschmack and much easier. This guy must be from Lagos. And much easier to learn afterwards as I try to learn it inside again. Regarding the Gemara of Smoich Aniyim, you mentioned Marsha bringing from Bab Kama. There's a Gevaldika Malbim in the Haftarah of Yom Kippur. All right, so Rabbi Yamin Lapidus and anybody else that's sending me Gevaldika Torah, please attach it because I don't have Malbim. I have a Gemara. That's it. Really? What's his name again? That's right. Let me see. Tzvi Fine. You have put him on the screen. Tzvi Fine. Tzvi Fine. He's the one I just spoke about. 74 years old. Donnie's dad. That's right. I hope Donnie is on. Thank you again very much for the shir. Tiskul mitzvahs haslacha. You know, there was a mamash on Neis Nigla with Donnie. Fine. You know the story. 2 days ago, he missed the shir. He decided to bemazed to miss the shir for a bike ride. And during the bike ride, we got to shut it off. It's mamash. No. He came here to tell us the Maisa, and he fell off his bike, and he injured himself. So he came to the night shir. He didn't miss the shir. He came for the night shir. He said, "I'll never do it again." B'yom Lapidus. Next. Says the Heilige Mishnah, we're holding Daf Kuf Yud Beis Omid Aleph, not a Mishnah, sorry. Miftach Haluka. So we had yesterday that there are different knots that you're allowed to make lichatchila. One of them is Miftach Haluka. Basically, there are two knots that she makes on both of her shoulders. So ask the Gemara Pshita. Of course, if she's going to undo it, what's the problem? Again, if you undo a knot every day, it's the kesher she'eino shekayama, 100% mutter. If you're going to leave it there indefinitely, 100% asur. What happens between a week and a month? Those kind of things, those are the rabbanan. We'll have to see exactly. Lo tzricha disli trade dashe. We're talking about that it's made with two knots. Sometimes it happens that people get lazy. They don't undo both knots. You could slip out of it just with one knot undone. Kamash malon, that it's a lot easier to get out of it undoing both knots. And memela, we're not choishish that she's going to leave one in. She's not going to be mevatel one, and therefore it's considered a kesher she'eino shekayama. Rashi points out that what's missing from our Gemara is this case of a belt. It doesn't say, pshita. So Rashi says it's the same exact idea. People sometimes get lazy, and they don't undo the knot. They just push it downwards and pull their feet out of it, and that's it. Kamash malon, that even with that, they'll undo it. V'chutei svacha. On this snood-like device, they didn't have rubber bands and different rubber materials, so they had to tighten it up with a string. So what's the chiddush? Obviously, when she removes it at night, she's going to have to undo the string, and memela it's a kesher she'eino shel kayama. Lo tzricha derevichala. It fits loosely, so she could just pull it off without undoing the string. The same Mishnah of Shalvala, Kamash Malon, the Isha Chasal Sa'ara. The derech of a woman is to be very careful with her hair. She doesn't want to pull out unnecessary hairs, and she's going to be careful. Therefore, Umishra Sharila, and she's going to undo it. And this brings us an amazing sugya about shoes. Uretzuois minal, v'sandal. So you're allowed to, the Mishnah says, without any explanation, you're allowed to tie your shoes on Shabbos. It's not a problem. Or your sandals. Itmar. But it's not 100% so. In fact, there are three levels when it comes to shoes. Hitter ritzuois minal v'sandal, tani chada chayav chatos. From extreme to extreme, one of them is isser da'iraisa, to tie a knot on your shoe. V'tanya yidach, potter avalaser. And the middle one is isser da'rabanan. If you do it, you don't get the death penalty, you don't have to bring a chatos, but it's aser. V'tanya yidach, mutter l'chatchila. He's almost there. It's not bad. What's going on here? But they don't know that. Okay, fine. V'tanya yidach, potter avala aser. V'tanya yidach, mutter l'chatchila. So, like in our Mishnah, the last one, it's mutter l'chatchila. So you have mutter, issa d'oraisa, issa d'rabbanan, mutter l'chatchila. Kasha minol, kasha sandal, how do we explain this? Minol a minol loy kasha. Hodik tani chayav chatos, bidush kofe. We're talking about a permanent knot that a sandler, the pros put it in. It doesn't necessarily have to be a pro, but anybody, if you put in, like in this red knot over here, it's a professional knot that is meant to be there forever, never meant to take out. You take these laces, you make your own knot, but that comes out, that's different. But the permanent knot, that's the one that you're chayav achatos. Potter aval aser, what's the next case? Bidrabanon. The way I understand it is, you have like the famous story with the Chavetz Chaim. He was makbid to buy slip-on shoes. I see you have them, right? For the same reason, no? Because he made a cheshbon that the time that it takes to tie your shoes, and X amount of minutes a year, and he doesn't want to waste those minutes. Slip-on shoes, very good. The oilam here is with the slip-on shoes. Mine have a knot, but I never undo it. Mine is a kesher kayam, it's a slip-on with a lace. So Rabbanon, they would tie their shoes loosely, so they could come in and out of them easily. Maybe for the same reason. Rashi doesn't 100% explain. It seems like it maybe. No, something. Whatever. Thanks for ruining my story. Akalpanim, in the winter, when there's a lot of mud, they would tighten it up. So therefore, it's a Isser D'Rabbanan. But the Rabbana means that the way the Rabbana would tie their shoes, there's an Isser D'Rabbanan to tie like that. Because they wouldn't untie it every day. It would last for a while. Mutter l'chatchila, and what type of knot are you allowed to do l'chatchila on Shabbos? B'divnei mechayza. B'nei mechayza are otherwise known as feinschmeckers, as mufunakim. You familiar with that term? Feinschmecker, people that enjoy the better things in life. They always had to walk around fapitzt, with a nice tie and suit, and their shoes were tied just right and tight, so it looked good. The best coffee, right. So Memela, they had to undo their laces every day because it's pretty tight. They couldn't get their shoes on and off easily. So pretty much like what we have today. We're, I guess, feinschmeckers. Sandal ikashio. So same thing as we're going to say, we said by shoes, the same issue we have with a sandal. All three things. We have three categories. Mutter, l'chatchila, asur mid'Rabbanan, asur mid'Oraisa. Hadiktani chayav chatos. Wait a minute. There's somebody wrote me that I missed a couple words here. We have to go back. I'm serious. I just realized. And he's upset at you again. 4 lines from the bottom of Daf Kufyudala from the base, he said. That's what he said. I missed 2 Isura Ikka. Anyway, go. We have to look at the video. That's what he's tying us. We're talking about an Arab, same kind of idea that like we said by the shoe, that there's a permanent lace here. The Kotre Ushkafe, that he was tied by a professional. Where's it? Isser D'Rabbanan? B'dechumarta. There's a knot. The Kotre Inu. He himself tied it. So over here, Rashi says, and there's a Rashi that the Bala Halacha, everybody talks about, because it says over here in Rashi, Upa'amim shemiskayim Shabbos, a full week, or Chodesh, or a month. So the Beis Yosef learns from here that it means up until a month. Rashi says a month. So any knot that's up until a month is in this category. Anything more is considered la'olam va'ed. And the Taz says no. Rashi is just using this kind of lashon, Shabbos, Chodesh. But in order to make it a keshesh kayama, it has to be indefinite. So if he, what? Okay. Right. And so what are you saying? That Rashi means dafka Chodesh? No, you. No, I know, but we're in the middle one. We're in the Rabbana one. But Chumarta, there's Potav al-Asr. What is Potav al-Asr? Chumarta Kotri Inu, that he himself did it and he tied it for a Shabbos or a Chodesh and he's Chayiv Mid'Rabbanan. Up until, so you're saying, the next category is L'Olam. Okay, fine. So you're learning like the Beis Yosef. Besandal the nafke betray. If you have a sandal that 2 people use it, they have 2 separate sizes. So that's mutar l'chatchila. Why? Because every day you're going to have to undo it and do it because you're switching off. Different people are using it. The Rav Yehuda, Achud, Rav Salo, Chasida, Havale, Auzuga, the sandali. This Rav Yehuda, the brother of Rav Salo, Chasida, had a pair of sandals. Zim the Nafik Beyu. Sometimes he would use them. Zim the Nafik Beyunuka. Sometimes his younger child would use it. Tying a knot on this sandal, what's that halacha? It's the worst of the worst. Wait a minute. Hashta potter, because Abai was under the impression that only one person was using it and he was making a serious knot. So he tells him, Hashta potter, I wasn't even sure if it's Isser D'Rabbanan. Chayiv chatos comes, he's telling me I'm chayiv chatos. My timer. Sometimes I switch off with my son. Why didn't you tell me? If that's the case, that your son is using it, then every single day you're going to undo the knot. Every day you undo the knot. It's mutter l'chatchila. Those are knots that only last for a day. They're mutter to do on Shabbos. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Yirmiyah have a causal basrei the Rebavo bekarmelis. Rabbi Yirmiyah was walking behind Rebavo in a karmelis. Ifsik risua de sandale, and his sandal broke. Omerle, my nevedlo. He asks, Rebavo, what should I do? Omerle, shkol gemi lach, the chazi lemacho behema, ukroich elavei. Take a soft reed, which is not muktzah, and wrap it around your shoe like this, and now you could use it. Okay, so that's halacha number one. Halacha number two is Abaye have a koi kamei. The Rav Yosef, same story. Abaye's sandal broke. Omalei ma'avelei. He asked Rav Yosef, what should I do? Omalei shafkei. Leave it right over there. Can't touch it. Muktzah. So this is going to start a whole sugya. This case right over here. Abaye's sandal breaks. Rabbi Yosef tells him it's muktzah. You have to leave it right here wherever you are. Ma'ishnam with the Rabbi Yirmiyah. Why is it different than the first case that he told him just wrap a reed around it? That's not muktzah, and you could use it. Says the Gemara, Hasam li mintar, hocha mintar. The simple pshat is, in the first case of a karmelis, there are a lot of people there. Nobody's watching it. He's going to lose his shoe if he doesn't take it. So Rebavo gave him a special heter that you're allowed to touch muktzah. He has a broken sandal, which is muktzah. You're allowed to fix the muktzah with a gemi in order that he shouldn't have a monetary loss. And the case of Abaya, he wasn't concerned. Nobody's going to take his shoe. He was in a private domain. So I'm not going to be mater muktzah if you're not going to lose money. So all the Rishonim ask, what kind of heter? Since when are we mater muktzah for a loss of money? We don't find such a thing. So the Ravid says, the Ram brings the Ravid that says, very interesting halacha. He says what's going on here is a question of a person being maktzah his das. If, like when? By fire?
That's a person.
If you're approaching on Shabbos, you're allowed
to something else. Oh, this is Adam Bala Mamina? This is not Adam Bala Mamina. No. You just allowed him that he shouldn't lose money. You don't see Abai was so worried. Not Rabbi, Rebavo, with Rabbi Yirmiyah. Rabbi Yirmiyah was so worried. He wasn't Bala Mamina. It was just, I'm being mater muktzah today because there's a Itzer muktzah. Says the Rav, no. What happened was, because it was in a public place and he knew that he's going to lose his shoe, so he never gave up on his shoe. He figured he needs to do something with it. He needs to figure out how to get it home. So he wasn't maktzah medaita. It never became muktzah. So if it never became muktzah, I'm allowed to pick it up and wrap something around it. But in Abaye's case, that he knew that he didn't lose his shoe, so he's maktzah das. Oh, it broke. So he let go of it in terms of muktzah. It became muktzah. Now that it became muktzah, I can't pick it up to fix it. That's what the rabbi said. No, it's not a shy. It's similar, but it's in his mind. A person could be maktzah das. So I'm not going to use it anymore. This is garbage. This right over here is garbage. I don't want it anymore. So mela, it becomes muktzah on the spot. Once it becomes muktzah, it's much harder to allow you to fix it. No, it's bala. It did break. It broke. No, his shoe broke. No, on Shabbos it broke. Let's say you eat a watermelon, and now you have a watermelon peel. Is that muktzah? No. On Shabbos, you could say, this is muktzah. It's garbage. Once something turns into garbage, it turns into garbage on Shabbos. Not on Ben Shmashas. He's walking on Shabbos with a shoe, and it broke on Shabbos. But he was in a place that it's going to get lost. It's a Rosh Hashanah. So he never said to himself, this is garbage. I want to do something with the shoe. I'm going to walk home with a broken shoe. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not giving up on it. It's not garbage. But in Abaye's case, he made it garbage on the spot. He said, oh, it's broken. I can't do anything with it. Then he said, he asked Rabbi, what should I do? He said, it's muktzah already.
That's not a problem attacking.
No, he didn't fix the shoe. He just had a way, had to bring it home. Says the Gemara, what? Right, he wasn't miyash on his shoe, so mela it's not muktzah, and mela he's able to put a reed around it. Ask the Gemara, v'ha manahu. So we're going into a very interesting sugi here. We have to hold cup here. V'amanu, at the end of the day, this shoe, what happened? The outer strap, the one that's visible to the public, broke. So therefore, nobody fixes something like that. If nobody fixes something like that, it becomes garbage, throw it out. But Abai says, but it's not garbage. Why? Because I could flip it and just use it on my other foot. If it was it was my right shoe, and the right part of the shoe broke, that everybody could see, people looking at me from the right side, so I'll just flip it, I'll use it on my left foot. Now, the right strap becomes the left strap, still the right strap, but it's the inner strap. The outer strap becomes the inner strap when I switch feet. I'm using the same shoe. So it's a good shoe. It's a good shoe. Why is it not a good shoe, says Abai? It's only not a good shoe because I'm never going to fix it. Why am I not going to fix it? Because it's on the outside and people will make fun of me that I patch up my shoe. But if it's in the inside of my foot, if I just switch feet, I'm going to make my right shoe my left shoe, and my outer strap becomes my inner strap where nobody could see it, and therefore it should be a mana, it should be a kli. V'amanu. Yeah, if you want to see this one. Look, this is the outside strap. People see it. I don't fix this. But if I switch feet, if this is the outer strap, if this is my right foot, if this is my left foot, then this becomes the inner strap. This is my other foot, and this becomes my inner strap. And Memela, this becomes something that I'll fix. Yeah, that I'll fix. Let's see if we'll fix. It'll become the inner strap if I just switch shoes. So yeah, right now I can't switch it because I already have a left shoe, but tomorrow I will. I'll go home, I'll make myself another shoe, or only a right shoe, and this will be my left shoe. Omar lei, listen to this, very cheshbendik. Omar lei, mitig mitaretz Rabbi Yochanan aliba de Rabbi Yehuda. Shma mina alachik Rabbi Yehuda. What's going on here? Since Rabbi Yochanan took his time to explain the following words in the Braisa about chalitza, and it only fits in according to Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yehuda doesn't hold it the svara that, oh, I could take it. Once any of the straps breaks, according to Rabbi Yehuda, it's garbage. So if Rabbi Yochanan goes out of his way to explain the Braisa like Rabbi Yehuda, obviously Rabbi Yochanan holds like Rabbi Yehuda. If he holds like Rabbi Yehuda, we hold like Rabbi Yehuda. Then this outside strap that broke is nothing. It's a piece of garbage. I don't care if you switch it to the left foot. It's gone. Finished. Now, what's going on here? Where did Rabbi Yochanan try very hard to fit it in like Rabbi Yehuda and not like Rabbanan? The Sanya, sandal shenifseku shtei aznav, or shtei tarsi yosef. Here's a sandal, here's a oizen. A oizen is a little flap of leather that you grab it and you pull your shoe up with it. It's a handle. Oizen all over Shas is a handle. Exactly where it is, he puts it right over here. Pirush Chai puts it over here. Tarsi yosef is where you insert the shoelace. So if these guys are broken on both sides, the shoe has a oizen on either side and has a tarsi oizen on either side. That's how you insert your shoelaces. Shtei aznav, shtei tarsi oisav. Oy shenital kol hakaf sheloi. If you look in Rashi, he says kaf soila, the sole of the shoe. If it's completely gone, what are you walking on? On nothing. You don't have a sole. Tar. So we're talking about tumah here. As usual, when it comes to tumah, once a kli is broken and destroyed, any tumah it had previously disappears. It dissipates, goes away. Even if you're going to fix it, that tumah never comes back. So if the shoe is worthless because both of its handles and both of its lace inserts, whatever you call them, tarsi yosef, are gone, it's not a shoe anymore. Certainly if it doesn't have a sole, not a shoe anymore. Oh, listen to this. Achas ma'oznav. That's what we're talking about. That's what happened to Abaya, right? Achas ma'oznav. One, and we're talking about the outer one, like in this picture. One guy broke. Oyachas mitarsi yosef. Or one of these guys for the laces. Or most of the sole disappeared. So let's say the toes are still there. Right? You could walk around like a ballerina. Or you could walk around on your whatever, on your ankle, whatever you want. Tameh. It remains a shoe, tameh. Comes Rabbi Yehuda Omer, nifsek apnimis tameh, hachitzoyin atar. This is very important. Rabbi Yehuda says, that if the outer one breaks, I don't say you could switch it to the left. It's tar. It's gone. The kli is gone. Now, if Rabbi Yochanan is going to try to figure this out according to Rabbi Yehuda, then we understand why Rabbi Yosef told Abaya, get rid of the shoe. It's mukta. Even though I could wear it on my left foot, Rabbi Yochanan holds like Rabbi Yehuda that once one of the outer one breaks, it's gone. It's tummy. It's tar. It's not a kli anymore. And if it's not a kli, then Shabbos also, you can't touch it. But that's not exactly where Rabbi Yochanan said his halacha. We keep on going. Here comes Rabbi Yochanan. That what? By Tuma. If you hold that the outer piece broke off, it's not a kli anymore, and all the Tuma disappears, so then on Shabbos, it's not a kli. And if something's not a kli on Shabbos, it is mukta. And if you hold, like Rabbanan, that the outer one breaks off, it's still tameh, so that means it's still a kli, it's still a good shoe, and if it's still a good shoe on Shabbos, I could carry it. Something that's tameh, I could carry. And all of a sudden, this is what we're going to be discussing. This doesn't apply to chalitza. Chalitza, Yevama needs to undo her brother-in-law's shoe. She has to undo her shoe, the shoe. This halacha doesn't apply to the shoe. What exactly does it mean? Let's understand this for a second. It doesn't apply to Yevama. What is Rabbi Yochanan talking about? A very simple Gemara here. I'm serious. If he's talking about Rabbanon, when it comes to Tumah, Chachamim say this is a good shoe. The Tumah remains on the shoe. Why? Because just because the outer piece broke off doesn't make the shoe no good. I could still use it on my left foot. So too, if it's a good shoe, then it's not mukta, I can fix it. It's not a good shoe for chalitza. The lav manahu. Yevama needs a serious shoe, and this is not a good shoe for chalitza. But now, what are you talking about? Now the halacha is, the Yevama has to remove the shoe from the right foot. What happens if he switched his shoes? He put his left shoe on his right foot. It's the right foot, but the wrong shoe. Chalza shall small biyamin, chalitza s'ksheira. So what's the problem here? Why can't the Yavam wear this shoe? The outer piece broke. Let him just flip it around and use it on the other foot, on the right foot. Let's say the outer piece of the left shoe broke. He could still use it if he flips it around. It's a good shoe. Halachically, the Yavam could wear a left shoe on his right foot. So why can't he use the left shoe on his right foot? So what if a little piece broke off? Nobody will notice it. So it cannot be going according to Chacham. It doesn't make any sense, Rabbi say. Chacham say, when it comes to Tumah, this is a perfect shoe. The shoe remains Tameh. When it comes to Shabbos, it's a perfect shoe. It's not Muktzah. So then why can't a Yavam wear it? Why doesn't it work for Yibum? So they cannot go according to Chachamim. Ve'ela, let's talk about Rabbi Yehuda. Ve'ela aliva de Rabbi Yehuda, midli Tumah lav manu. Again, so Rabbi Yehuda says the exact opposite. When it comes to Tumah, throw this shoe into the garbage. Throw it into the garbage. If it's garbage, Tumah dissipates, runs away. Liyan Shabbos, and therefore, if it's not a shoe when it comes to Tumah, then it's not a kli when it comes to Shabbos, and this is muktzah. Liyan Shabbos nami lav manu. It's muktzah. Avaloy lechalitza. Wait a minute. It's not a shoe for Shabbos. It's not a shoe for Tumah, but it is a good shoe for chalitza. That also doesn't make any sense. No, sorry. The manu. It's a good kli. This is not a good shoe. When could she switch? When could a Yavam switch shoes from left to right and be yaitza? When it's a very good shoe for the left foot, but he just happened to be wearing it on the right foot. But over here it's a broken shoe. It's broken. Tar. It's not a shoe anymore. Amalav manu, it's not a kli. If it's not a kli, then a yavam can't wear it. Says Gemara, let me fix it up a little bit. It's not a shoe for Tumah. It's not a shoe for Shabbos. and it's not a shoe for chalitza. You just have to stick in v'chein l'chalitza, not v'loy l'chalitza. It's not a shoe. Everything fits in perfectly now. You just have to change the word. It's not a shoe for Shabbos, not a shoe for Tumah, and it's not a shoe for chalitza. So just say the same thing for Chachamim, asked Rashi. So Rashi says that won't be a chiddush at all. That it is a shoe, and it is a shoe, that's not a chiddush. Of course it's a shoe. If it's a shoe for Shabbos, shoe for Tumah, then it's a shoe for Yavam. But that it's not a shoe for Tumah and not a shoe for Shabbos, the chiddush is that it's not a shoe for chalitza. I would think it is. Kamashmal, it's not. When do I say this halacha that Yavam could switch up his shoes? When it's a perfectly good shoe for the left foot, and he happens to be wearing it on the right foot. Look, just like this picture. Beautiful shoe. He decided to wear it on another foot. Okay. In those days, I guess it wasn't designed for right and left. They were pretty uniform, and he decided to wear his left shoe on his right foot. Kosher. But when a piece broke off of the shoe on the outer side of the left foot, I'm not going to be able to wear it on my right foot because it's a broken shoe. Memela what? What comes out? Since Rabbi Yochanan explained all this according to Rabbi Yehuda, that means he holds like Rabbi Yehuda. How could he explain this brisa according to somebody that Allah is not like him? He just explained it like Rabbi Yehuda. And Rabbi Yehuda holds once the outer piece breaks off, I don't switch shoes. I don't say, use it for the left foot. So Abaye asked the question to Rav Yosef, wait a minute, Rebbe, right? Rav Yosef was the Rebbe, always. Rava, Amar Rav Yosef, Rava, Amar Rav Yosef. Here you see Abaye is asking Rav Yosef. He's walking with him in a private domain, and his sandal breaks. He says, what should I do with it? He says, Rav Yosef, it's muktzah, don't touch it. There's no reeds, no nothing. Just leave it here, let it go. Come back on Motzei Shabbos, grab it. Says Abaye, but wait a minute, I can use it on my left foot. I could switch it around. No, you can't. It's muktzah. It's not going to help me to use it on the left foot because we hold like Rabbi Yehuda, that you cannot use it on the left foot. How do I know that we hold like Rabbi Yehuda? Because Rabbi Yochanan explained the whole brisa going like Rabbi Yehuda. Always, throughout Shas, the halacha is always like the anonymous Mishnah. And it says in anonymous Mishnah, if you have a sandal that one of its handles breaks off, now, vitikna. Explains Rashi, you don't have to say this word at all. It's for later on. It's a very important word, but not for this halacha that we're about to say. One of its handles breaks off, tamei medrus, right? The famous tumas medrus, if of zav, zava, nida, step in the shoe, it becomes tamei medrus, meaning it's an avatuma. Okay, we're about to learn a beautiful halacha here, a new chiddush in halacha. My lav, a couple of good halachas today. My lav, loishna pnimis v'loishna chitzayna. L'chayra, according to this anonymous Mishnah, there's no difference between the inner and the outer one. Says Gemara, loy. Pnimis dafka. No, the inner one. So it says mefurish that it remains tamei. Rabbi Yochanan just paskin that if one of the handles breaks off, it's tar, it's not a shoe. So Zimar, no, we have to be talking about the inner one broke off. And the inner one, nobody cares about. You just repair it and go weiter. It's not garbage. So you're telling me that the outer one breaks off, according to Rabbi Yochanan, will be tar like Rabbi Yehuda. What happened? You have these two handles. One of them broke. He fixed it. Let's go step by step. He has a shoe. It's tamei. Handle A breaks. He fixes it. We just said no problem. The tumah remains. It remains ava tumah. Then he goes to handle number 2. Handle number 2 breaks. And it says if handle number 2 breaks, vitikna tar min medrus. It's no longer tumas medrus. Listen to this chiddush. It's not the focus of the sugi, but it's a great chiddush. Avatame maga medrus. What does that mean? What do these words mean? Maga medrus. It touched a medrus. Beautiful. Since the shoe touched itself, and itself was medrus, so now the shoe becomes maga medrus. It goes down one madrega to rishon l'tumah. Unbelievable chiddush. In other words, the medrash dissipates and goes away because there was a second break here, but it remains tameh because it touched itself beforehand, and beforehand he was a medrash, so the shoe remains a maga medrash. Okay, that's not important for now. But what's the point? We're talking about an interesting case. One handle broke, he fixed it. Then another handle broke and fixed it. What's a much simpler case to say? In that case, you say the shoe is gone. It's a goner, no tumah. Or tumah med. Why do they say a much simpler case? That the outside handle broke. If the outside handle breaks and everybody could see it, it's garbage. You're telling me, listen to this, what you're telling me. If the inside handle breaks, and then the outside handle breaks, so you have two handles that broke, but the second handle was the outside one, now it's tar. Just go straight to the outside one. If the outside handle breaks, according to review, that's garbage. Why did he even give me the case that it started off with the inside handle? Who cares about the inside? Says the Gemara inside, why you come to such a case that he first did the first one, the inside one broke, and then the outside one broke? Say a nafkamina right there without the first case. It's even stronger than what the Gemara is saying. Rashi explains. Just one time. Forget about two handles, inside and then outside. The outer one breaks, completely tar. Omar Rav Nachman ben Yosef, or what's the Gersh? Bar Yosef. I made this myself, mamish. I took the other picture and I added it, so there's two handles and two tarsiyos. A weird case, a doichak. People typically don't even have this. Oy vey. We have to go back. Says the Gemara, today's daf, today Amos Beit is sponsored by Fischl from Official Catering. It's too late. The money came into the bank from Fischl. What are we going to do with this? But here, anybody want to buy a coffee or something? I'm not. Here, take your money. But no, you could sponsor this. Oh, I just went back. The first time was you, anonymous. And now we went back, it's Fischl. Oh. See here, this is doichak here. What am I going to do? I can't do this. Look, I'm forgetting. This is the second time in a row I forgot. Says the Gemara. When you sponsor the whole month, I'll say whatever. The whole month. It's a month. It's not a day at a time. A whole month. $1,000 for the month. Yeah. Rabbi Isai, you get to share malas for free, so I wouldn't talk if I were you. Listen. We're talking about a weird shoe. Who ever heard of such a shoe? Two handles, two tarsiyos, unheard of. But in order to fix Rabbi Yochanan, we have to say that that's what we're talking about. Not that there's an inner one and an outer one. There's two outer ones. And when one of the outer ones breaks, it still remains tameh. Why? Because you have another one. I know you don't like it. I got it. I miss those. For months I didn't see you. It's Noam. If you don't know what I'm talking to Noam. Two on each side, two and two, and four on each shoe. In order just not to completely obliterate him and whatever, break him up, we have to say we're talking about a funny shoe. What?
That means it's still a cleat. If it could be
Okay. She's saying, yeah, so let's see what's going on here. 100% it's a kli. It is a kli. By the way, yesterday people on Zoom complained that you're not on Zoom anymore, and they like when they could ask you a question and you're the go-to guy, and now nobody's on the go-to. So you should have a screen in front of you. No, it's too late. It's my money. You can have mine. We got to go. We only have 4 minutes. But that's enough for half of Amud Beis. The whole sugi was that Rabbi Yochanan passing like Rabbi Yehuda. All of a sudden, this Amorah says Rabbi Yochanan said it's not the halacha. Halacha is not like Rabbi Yehuda. Says the Gemara, how could that be? We just said we just answered the entire brisa of chalitza that it goes according to Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yochanan said, "Shema Rabbi Yehuda Svirlei." Says the Gemara, "Amaroini nu v'aliba de Rabbi Yehuda." End the story. New sugya, not awesome. Kol klei balabatim shiurim kirimayim. If you have a kli that's made out of wood, what? Anybody? Valiba de Rabbi Yochanan, and they changed it to Rabbi Yehuda. He said, I don't know. Listen, he's screaming up there from the gallery. He's in the middle of the thing. Oh, because he's following the words. He knows what's going on. You have it? Valiba de Rabbi. It says Valiba de Rabbi Yochanan. What did I say? No. Line before. Fine. Not awesome. Kol klei balabatim shiurim kirimayim. We're talking about a kli that's made out of wood. As long, even if it has a hole, we had this many, many times, even if it has a hole, it's still tamei, because he could still use it for different things. Up until the point that it's a full remind. Unbelievable chiddush here, says the Gemara. By Reb Chizkiya, the Rebbe asks, Nikev kemoitzi zayis ustamei. What if he had a small hole the size of an olive, but he plugged it up? V'chazav nikev kemoitzi zayis ustamei, and then he plugged it up again. Does it over and over and over until he has the size of a remind. But each time he could be mitzaref of all these small holes and say, look, at one point, if you take all these holes, he had a remind. Mao. You think it's a funny question, right? You would say, probably not. Listen, he plugged it up. The Gemara says, no. They're mitzaref. Why? Omer Rabbi Yochanan, Rebbe. He asked his Talmidim, what do you think? I don't know the halacha. He didn't know. It seems like he didn't know. And Rabbi Yochanan says, I have a great raya that it's not tum anymore, that all these holes are mitzaref even though you plugged them up. Shonisa lanu sandal shenifsika achas mazna v'tikna. Our case, you have a sandal that one of the handles breaks off and you fixed it. Tomei medris, it's tomei medris nifsika shniya v'tikna. But if once the second one was broken and then you fix the second one, tar mina medris, it's completely tar. Aval tomei maga medris, it's tar from the medris, but it has somewhat of a tumah to it. Why is there Tamei Medras? Because at the end of the day, you have the second handle there. There's one handle there available on the other side of the shoe. You're not going with the four handles here. On the other side of the shoe. So once you got to the second one, you broke off the second one, there's already a first one because you fixed it. A new concept, not from Sher Brachas. We're dealing with a new shoe. This is a shoe that never had tumah. This is a shoe that you added handles to it later on. That's nothing to do with the first shoe that we had. Oh, Hanami says Panum Chadash is Bolkan. Every time you plug up this kli, it's a new kli. It's a new kli, and therefore all three holes add up together to make one giant hole of Panum Chadash, brand new kli, and should be tar. Kari alei les dein bar inish. He loved it. Chizkiya loved it. He says, this guy's not human. What is he? He's a malach. He's not even human. No, this guy is mamish a mensch. The famous Gemara. This happens to be my mashgiach's favorite in yeshiva. He used to bang on the stender on the bima. If the previous generations were like the sons of malachim, anu bnei anoshim, we're the sons of humans. And if the previous generations are the sons of humans, we're like donkeys. Not like the donkey of Chanina ben Doisa that wouldn't eat food if it didn't have meiser. And then the mashgiach would scream, and Rabbi, and what are we? This is 1,500 years ago. They weren't even chamayrim. And I finally had the teretz for him. We are the barley in the dung of the white donkey that we had 2 days ago. He'd be so proud of me when he heard it. We're nothing. We're mamish garnishes. Garnished. Why can't you make a knot? You're going to undo the knot. What's the problem? It has two spigots. Right? Because that's how anytime you want to pour something, we know that you have to open up another hole. Otherwise, it won't pour out nicely. It has two. I would think, since it has two, so you cannot make two knots because you might leave one on forever. The answer is that you're not going to leave one on forever because you're not going to be able to pour it nicely. So you're always going to undo it. Kedera shel basar you're allowed to put a knot around the Kedei Shel Basar. Now, if you look nicely at the Yoni, he does it beautifully. I didn't notice it. Then I noticed it when I learned this Gemara. Says the Gemara, Pshita, Leitzricha de Isla Shlacha. It has a little spigot here. You see that? Like a tea kettle. So therefore, I would think that he could get out everything from within his pot. I don't know how you get meat out like that, but maybe whatever, through that hole. I mean, he won't have to undo this, and therefore becomes a kesher shekayama. Kamash malan, no. Kamash malan, a person will always undo his knot, and therefore it's not a kesher shekayama. Rabbi say, have a wonderful Shabbos tomorrow night at 9:30 on sharp, maybe something like 9:31, 9:32. Amen. Amen.